Hey guys and gals, this is Sonic Arrow in the Tier 9 German heavy tank, the E-75. I'm platoon with Ghost Sniper 9 and Nightmare Abyss. Ghost Sniper 9 is in his T-95 and Nightmare is in the Conqueror. I'm going to be heading east with Nightmare and hopefully not get shot by artillery. It's my biggest worry in slow tanks. While we're waiting for the E-75 to move out, I'd like to remind everyone that my 2,000 subscriber replay is still going on. The deadline is January 31st at the moment. It could be extended at any time. I don't have too many entries, so you'll have quite a good chance of winning. Details will be linked in the description below. Alright, here I've noticed an AMX 1390 is trying to get through our lines, and we have an AMX 5100 that's going down to intercept, and I'm not sure if he can make it or not. Being in such a slow tank, this is probably not a very good idea. But if I can get into position and the AMX 1390 tries to go up and fire upon our artillery, I might be able to get it. Fortunately, the 5100 gets it, and there's a Panzer SFL-5 that just one shot right there. Managed to bounce the M103, who is sniping down from the hill, which is probably not a very good idea for a Tier 9 heavy tank in a Tier 9 top tier game. I'm gonna try and help this Type 59 against this ST-1. There we go, lower plate. It's pretty weak on the ST-1. And the Type 59 is calling for help and then insulting people. So that's probably not a very good idea. Fortunately for him, I wasn't really reading the chat right then. The top plate of the turret on the STI is pretty weak, ST-1. And if you're in a taller tank, such as an E-75, or most of the German tanks, as they are pretty tall, and you're capable of shooting down onto the top of the turret of a Russian tank, it's usually good to fire into the top of it, as it is quite weak. Right now, this 87 is taking up a position that I wanted to take, as gun depression on this tank is good, or not good, it's okay, but having to climb on top of a little rise is not doing it any favors. So right now the ST-1 is in cover and I don't want to get shot too much, so I'll take care of this T-32 first. And there we go, I'm looking for that M103, see if he's going to appear again or not. Doesn't look like it. ELC AMX got away. So let's take care of this ST-1. There's that top turret again, and in fact the ST-1 manages to reverse and give me a better shot at it. It's probably a bad idea to start rushing in right now, but it appears that the ST-1 has a damaged gunner or ammo rack, as he doesn't fire at me at all. Pretty sure the ST-1 has a better reload time than the E-75. So that's the entirety of that ST-1 killed by myself. There's the M103, and I get shot. So this is unfortunate. This M103 is going to be a thorn in my side for a very long time. And I missed that shot. Type 59 gets taken out. Not sure what he was going to do against an M103 at that angle. Still manages to penetrate me. I'm worried about that ELC AMX as well, because the rear of my armor will be targeted by that ELC if he decides to come out. Let's see if I can get another shot in. I can. M103 misses. And at this point, I underestimated the reload time of that M103, because that thing is really fast. Look at that. Took another shot, and while I'm trying to escape, I'm not paying attention, and in front of me comes a Waffentrager Panzer IV, which deals 547 damage to me, which is not good for my health. coming up for another shot. I know those things reload really fast. And what a lucky bounce by the M103, or unlucky for him, lucky for me, that I bounced on the side of my turret. And now I reverse back and able to get into cover. And he bounces again. So these are the two lucky bounces that I received against an M103, which he probably did not appreciate. I'm gonna stay here for a while. I have lost contact with Ghost Sniper 9 and the T-95. In fact, I was really just concentrating on what I'm doing right now, and I didn't even realize that he died. The MX-5100 has moved forward and is currently battling it out with the Waffentrager Panzer IV, or maybe just spotting each other. It looks like probably not firing at each other right now. And I'm waiting to see if that M103 wants to pop out again and take a shot at me. An HE shot might do it. Probably not. 2 HE shots might kill me. Especially if he's firing on the front of my tank. Tiger 2 appears, and I mistakenly assumed that that was the side of the tank. Unfortunately, that was the front plate, the upper front plate, and I bounced because of that extreme angle. So, deciding that that was enough of that, the M103 isn't going to be showing up anymore. I'm going to move forward, help out this AMX-5100. And here's some of the problems you'll face with less than ideal gun depressions on these tanks. However, the E-75 is a little bit taller, and you can, or I can try to move up, even though it's my side armor facing them. And right there, although the M103 did get a nice side shot in to my, well, a shot into the side of my tank, he was firing heat and he hit my tracks, which means the heat was absorbed. Sometimes the heat will be absorbed, and at this point, the heat did get absorbed. And if he was firing the regular AP rounds, he probably would have penetrated and killed me. So heat rounds are not always the answer for impenetrable armor, especially when you're firing into the tracks. Usually heat rounds just blow the tracks off, actually. I'm pretty sure that's what they do. Now, still on low health, I'm worried about the Tiger 2, which can hit weak spots pretty well. If you give them enough time, that is. 6 health on the Tiger 2. Where is he? There he is. I fired, but our artillery got it in time. But I still managed to bounce. I'm just worried about that artillery. Splash damage from that thing is likely to kill me. T-34 was last spotted on the beach, however our line has just passed that position, spotted the Su-14, and the T-34 was nowhere to be seen. So he's likely, right, so he's back at base. Right there. And the 5100 manages to kill that guy as well. Looks like the line took care of the artillery, and it's just an ELC AMX left. And I'm going to stay on the cap, as the E-75 is not capable of chasing down an ELC AMX at all. Even if it was driven badly, unless the ELC decides to ram an E-75, you're likely not going to catch it. Just checking around, ELC was last spotted around the base, so try not to get shot in the side, as ELC cannon is pretty beefy. Probably kill me in a shot. AMX-5100, one of the only tanks that is capable of chasing down an ELC AMX, along with the Lorraine 15550, as it is fast. But it's an artillery, so it's not very capable of dealing with light tanks, even though it doesn't have much of a turret. And right now I can assume that the Lorraine is chasing down the ELC, trying to ram it perhaps, but the ELC manages to kill the Lorraine. But he's got to deal with an AMX 5100, and he's not likely to survive that. And he doesn't, and we win the game. I received a steel wall and Spartan medals with 1,217 points of experience earned, 5,112 damage done to the enemy with 4 kills, 15 shots fired, 13 hit, 12 penetrated. I received 13 hits, 8 of them were non-penetrating, which is quite nice. Potential damage received of 5,180, 37,000 credits earned with a premium account, 14,000 non-premium. Thanks for watching. Please press that like button and leave some comments. I'll see you in future videos.